All right, so today it's dark 30. Some of y'all are still slumbering, getting your beauty rest while I'm up. You up? So yesterday, Coach Prime said it again. He reconfirmed all of the seniors on the roster for Colorado will be playing in the Alamo Bowl. This is the last time the squad will play together. All seniors are confirmed to play in the Alamo Bowl. There is one senior in particular. Welcome. I want to see get his flowers. Can you guess who it is? We know Shador. We know Trav, Heisman candidate finalist. Congratulations to Travis Hunter. We know LaJohntay. We know Will Shepherd. Now it's time to see none other than Jay Fleazy, Jimmy Horn Jr., get his flowers. The one senior I want to turn up, I don't care if Shador only throws him the ball, is Jimmy Horn Jr. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jimmy Horn Jr. Yep, you got it. Welcome, welcome. You got it, Jimmy Horn Jr. And on social media, Jimmy Horn Jr. confirmed he will be playing in the Alamo Bowl. So once again, all seniors for the Colorado Buffaloes will be playing in the Alamo Bowl, including Jimmy Horn Jr. Number 5, Jay Fleazy. Now, while Jimmy Horn Jr. was out rehabbing following the first half of the Texas Tech game where he was injured, some say he slipped on a tortilla. I don't like to hear that because you know I want to sue somebody. Because we lost the Rocket, the speedster, with an extra gear for the remainder of the season. Well, the remainder of the regular season. So, Jimmy Horn Jr. will be playing in the Alamo Bowl. I'm going to say it one more time. Number 5, Jay Fleazy, will be playing in the Alamo Bowl. Now, I know Shador has targets. He has Will, LaJohntay, Trav, Draylon, himself, because 2 will run it in. But Jimmy Horn Jr., I want him to get all the touchdowns. So let's talk about why everybody is cheering Jimmy on and we want him to turn up in the Alamo Bowl. So the Cincinnati game, which Colorado won, thankfully they ran up the score. Jimmy Horn Jr. ran for 57 yards, rushing, touchdown. Threw up the peace sign, something we do to each other all the time. Peace, I'm out. Peace, I love you. Peace, see you later. Peace. And they called back his touchdown when they could have simply, as they would have any other game that they were officiating that was not the Colorado Buffs, added the 15-yard penalty on the PAT. I did a video about it. I was upset, and rightfully so. Colorado went on to win the Cincinnati game, but not before Preston Hodge, number 24, who will be back on defense next year. He will be a leader on defense. In the same game, Jimmy Horn Jr. had his touchdown called back. Preston Hodge got an interception. They called that back. You see why I say Colorado got to run up the score? So when Colorado runs up the score in the Alamo Bowl on BYU, I expect a BTA performance. I want to see Jimmy Horn Jr. running up that score multiple times. I don't know who the refs gonna be, but it don't matter. We get cheated by them all. At least about 90% of them. So we need to be on the lookout in the Alamo Bowl. We need to make sure Jimmy get that ball. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but after Jimmy's touchdown was called back in that Cincinnati game, Shador kept trying to get him that ball. That's why I love too. And there's a separate video coming, but I just want to go ahead and put it on out there. The Las Vegas Raiders officially have their first pick, overall pick in the NFL draft. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. But Jimmy Horn Jr., while he was rehabbing, he was not bored because NIL deals kept this young man busy. Endorsements will be the term used in NFL, but in college, it's NIL deals. And these sponsors love Jimmy Horn Jr. He did a Lululemon ad for the merch on Colorado's campus at their bookstore. I think we'll see him in the NFL. It wouldn't surprise me if we see him in Lululemon in the NFL. That's a good connection for Jimmy. That's a good endorsement for Lululemon. Everybody loves Jimmy. He's that dude. And the Roy app, he did an ad for them. Freddy's, which when I was in Houston, that's where I go. I love their old-fashioned burgers, Freddy's. And then Ford in the local area. And I think he's pushing one of their whips. I think he is pushing one of their cars. People say one of the nicer SUVs that have jets like he does. So Jimmy wasn't bored while he was rehabbing, but I'm happy he's back. And his social media, one of the posts today, he said he back. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. And y'all know Shadua gonna get him that ball. So welcome y'all up. Dark 30. There. What are y'all saying? Shout you out. Okay. What's your name? Let's see. Montez? Put it in all caps. Montez Blink. Welcome. It says, I like the Tampa Bay will get Jimmy. Oh, that would be good. I live right here in Atlanta, 6 hours away. I need to get a Tampa Bay hoodie. I don't know if I told y'all, but I've been running around since I've been traveling. When I go shopping, I normally come back home with NFL gear because I'm stocking up before our guys get to the league. I have the Cincinnati Bengals hoodie. I swear LeJounte going to Cincinnati. That's just something I keep saying. Will Shepard could be going to the Saints. He need to come down here to the Falcons. And Trav, I think right now Trav is number 3 or 4 in the draft. Number 3, he will go to the Patriots. Number 4, he will go to the Jaguars. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. Shadua's Vegas. I just bought my water bottle. I walked into Ross Sunday after I got a cup of coffee. And I was like, let me see what they have going on here. And I said, okay. I walk in there. I see a Raiders thermos, water bottle, etc. So when I go to the gym, my water bottle got messed up in the dishwasher. You know how sometimes the straws get all wobbly and the bottle gets all wonky? Y'all know I bought it. It was only $16. So I already have some Raiders merch, but y'all know I'm waiting on Two's jersey. Somebody did a mock-up of Two in a Raiders jersey. It was nice to see. The Raiders fans are in. They ready. They are ready. Now, Shador was not listed as a Heisman finalist, but it is okay because he's about to get the best prize, the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, to the team that he likes, the Vegas Raiders. So far, so good. I think there's 3 or 4 weeks left in regular play. All right. Welcome. I hate they called his touchdown back. Jimmy, absolutely. 57 yards called back because of this. Any notion about Northrop? I don't know who that is. Northrop. Who is Northrop? I hate they called Jimmy touchdown back. You look like my aunt. She's bad. Okay, she's bad. Okay. I like that. Tell your aunt I say what's up. Okay, that's cute. Let's see. What is your live stream about today? We're talking about Jimmy Horn Jr., who was injured in the Texas Tech game in the first half. He's been out since. He's confirmed on social media he will be back in the Alamo Bowl. We want to see Jimmy turn on the Jets multiple times. We want to see Colorado run up the score with multiple touchdowns to Jimmy Horn Jr. He's already going to be drafted. That's another thing Coach Prime confirms. You got to listen when Coach Prime talks. He doesn't talk in riddles, but honestly, in minimal phrases, he talks a lot. He says a lot. He said, we don't tap out, we don't sit out. All of our seniors will play, including all of our wide receivers who I know will be drafted. That includes Jimmy Horn Jr. I was telling people, because he got hurt, it doesn't negate his stock in the NFL. It doesn't at all. He was injured, but guess what? They watch you practice. Coach Prime talked about that at the beginning of the season. When he was talking to his players, he said, it's scouts here every day. Scouts at the game. They're watching you practice, and then they're watching you play. But more so, they're watching the way you practice. It was confirmed when one of the Colorado Buffs alum from last year, who plays for the Miami Dolphins, came back and said, Derek McClendon, he said, Coach Prime said, how do they practice? Derek McClendon said, they practice like it's a game. So when they go play, it doesn't feel any different. They go intense. They play, they play intense. I guess it's the play is intensified in practice. It's not just practice. Welcome, welcome. Do you have family who play on the team? No, I don't, but I've been following them so long. I feel like they're family. Travis went to a HBCU. Shador went to a HBCU. Shiloh, Cameron Silver Craig, Tyler Brown, who else? Jeremiah Brown, who I think he just got in the transfer portal. But I kind of figured that was going to happen. Well, I went to a HBCU. Once you go to a HBCU, you are family. But I remember when Shador was in high school, and for his birthday, I think he got like a Ford F-150 truck. I remember distinctly him sitting in his truck, people congratulating him, and he had a number 2 in the headrest, and his seats were bloody red. I'm like, I've been down that long. And that's just how it goes. Once you've been watching these people as up close and personal as we have, it's like that. And one of the things I like to thank Bucky in all of the posts I'm under there saying, you know what? Thank you, Bucky. He's now posting nostalgia, posting videos from Shiloh and Shador's time when they were kids, when they were in high school, Jackson State. I already said a few days ago, I've already been rewatching Jackson State footage. I watched when Travis Hunter committed to Jackson State. His mom was right there in the audience, and it was so cute. It showed him walking into the building, and that's when they was winning with the hats back then. I mean, they still are now, but they do the t-shirts too, right? So he walks into his high school, everybody's around him, he's at the table, and there's some other guys committing too. And he goes through the process of the hats. There was a Georgia hat, he tossed it out. And of course, he put on the Florida State hat. And I remember, if you go watch the video, there is a guy that keeps walking by Travis that says, okay, you make the right decision. You make the right decision. In his mind, I don't think he thought Travis made the right decision. So when Trav put on that Jackson State hat and he unzipped his jacket to show that Jackson State t-shirt, he pointed to his mom and said, show him, Mom. And she showed off her Jackson State t-shirt. There was a guy in the background who instantly ran to his phone and was instantly, like, I think he was tweeting what the decision was. And it was a moment. It was a moment you'll never forget. And after this season, we will not have access to these guys like this. To be able to just walk up to them that way, walk up to the high school, walk up to Jackson State practice facility, walk up to Colorado practice facility. Love and Liberty is a channel. They're on the ground in Colorado, and they go to the games in different cities. But at Colorado, they wait. There's this building that they wait out in front of. I guess it's the practice facility. They wait out till the players come out. They get autographs from the players. That access, once these guys go to the NFL, it won't be like that. People keep asking, what will happen with Bucky, Well Off Media. Who's becoming Well Off Media Network? And I don't know. I mean, I think he'll still be at Colorado. He may scale and get videographers to record at Colorado while he's maybe at the Vegas games, or where Shador is, or where Travis is, or some of the other guys. So I don't know what his plans are, but the access won't be the same once they leave Colorado. So we treasure these moments while we wait for the bowl game, the Alamo Bowl, December 28th. A lot of us are rewatching old footage. Travis's highlights from high school are really good. From Collins Hill. I want to go see LaJonte's highlights. I think LaJonte went to FIU. And FIU just got a new coach. Now, stay with me now. When Coach Prime was at Jackson State, there was the head coach of FAMU. His name was Willie Simmons. After Coach Prime left and went to Colorado, Willie Simmons stayed. He took his team, I think, to the SWAC championship and possibly the Celebration Bowl. I'm not 100% on that. Some of his players that left, I think Isaiah Bolden is a player that played for Jackson State and went to FAMU, who's in the league. Aubrey Miller from Jackson State is in the league. When you go watch the footage from Jackson State, whether it's on Well Off Media, Barstool Sports, Amazon Prime, you're going to see current NFL players from those videos. Just like we're looking at Travis, Shador, Jimmy, LaJonte, Cameron Stillman-Craig, Chidozie. We're going to be looking at the videos we see from Well Off Media, who has first-person access consistently. And these guys are going to be playing in the league. And we're going to treasure those videos because that access, we will not have that type of access. So yes, it feels like they're family. We've been watching that long. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who changed the game? Somebody changed the game. It's not a game out there. No, it's not a game. It's not a game. It's real life. Deion Sanders changed the game. Absolutely. Coach Prime changed the way college football is recruited, you know, and they tried to say that Indiana's coach was the person who came up with the methodology from the transfer portal. I'm like, absolutely not. That was Coach Prime. That's why when people were saying Coach Prime was coach of the year. And for Jimmy Horn Jr. Left USF and he came to Colorado, and it was the right move because all eyes are on him. Even when he's injured, he's still getting drafted. So I tell people, you know, regardless of, you know, how we feel about our bowl game, a lot of us weren't happy, self-included. Our players, we're going to always support our players. When we get out of our feelings, because we were definitely in our feelings, rightfully so, we're going to always support our players. That game is going to be packed with Colorado fans. And not just from Texas, not only from Colorado. You're going to see some Georgia folks in the house. This is the closest that they've come in a minute for a lot of people outside of the UCF game. And that game was packed out. And Colorado has a way of clearing the bleachers. They run up the score, the opponent's fans go home. So that's what I'm hoping to see in the Alamo Bowl. But while we wait, I'm watching highlights of LaJonte. I think he's up next. I was saying his coach, Willie Simmons from FAMU, went to Duke after he left FAMU to be a running back coach. He was there for 1 year, and it was just announced that Willie Simmons is now the head coach at FIU, and I believe that's where LaJonte went to school. That's huge. That's huge. He's going to turn that conference up, and when it looks like maybe the athletic director or I guess somebody from FIU announced and introduced Willie Simmons to the FIU community, here's what he said. He said, well, I'm just going to keep it simple. Our next head coach has never had a losing season. Introducing Coach Willie Simmons. He's already on the ground, paws up. He got me wanting to buy FIU hoodie. And I don't even know where FIU is other than somewhere in Miami. But he's that electric and motivating and never had a losing season. That's one strong resume. So congratulations to Willie Simmons. And before Willie Simmons became the coach, LaJonte was there. And I think, I could be wrong, but I do believe when Shador Sanders committed before his dad got the job at Jackson State, it was FIU. And let me tell y'all something about Tu that y'all might not know. Tu has an eye for talent. Shador, if I'm not mistaken, was bullish on Jordan Seaton coming from IMG to Colorado. Shador, just as a gift for protecting him, purchased Big C, Jordan Seaton, a Maybach as a thank you gift. Jordan Seaton is also true freshman, All-American for On 3. Also has other awards, true freshman from the Big 12. So his award and his gift and his gratitude from Shador says everything to the next class of freshmen coming to Colorado. You can start. If you ball out, if you pay attention in practice, if you show up and show out consistently, you can start. That is the message to freshmen coming to Colorado. And Cash Cleveland, Cash Money Cleveland came with Jordan Seaton, and Jordan Seaton was instrumental in bringing Cash Cleveland with him, who was a preferred walk-on, who we can't wait to hear that scholarship announcement for Cash Cleveland because he has earned it. 2 freshmen holding down the O-line. That was a first in Colorado's history to have freshmen starting on the O-line. Shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders. 2 also was instrumental in LaJohntay Wester coming to Colorado from FIU. LaJohntay was balling at FIU. When he got to Colorado, the lights got brighter. That's why you come to Colorado, for the bright lights. Because you can ball out anywhere. But when you come to Colorado and those lights are bright and you have 31 NFL executives at your first game, North Dakota State, the lights are bright. During that first game, Jimmy Horn Jr. put up 198 yards. I told y'all, Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to the league if he never takes another step onto that field. But he is, because that's why I'm watching the Alamo Bowl. I want to see Jimmy Horn Jr. turn up. As they say, go off. After the game, I need to see their peace signs. But 2 is got an eye for talent. I kept asking, I wonder if they have 10 picks in Vegas, will they allow him look to him for a suggestion on who to bring with him from Colorado? LaJohntay, Jimmy, could be somebody on defense. You know what I mean? So 2 has an eye for talent. LaJohntay, Big C, those are 2 people that I know that I believe he was bullish and instrumental in bringing to Colorado. And you see how well that's working out. LaJohntay was also awarded this year, I think maybe as newcomer of the year, as a wide receiver. Dude is a magnet. Late first round pick, very early second round. Let's see. So we started off talking about Jimmy Horn Jr. I encourage y'all to go to YouTube and watch all of Colorado's highlights. I keep telling y'all Baylor is the one. But in terms of Jimmy Horn Jr., the North Dakota State game, put up 198 yards. How the refs cheat us, watch the Cincinnati game. The highlights got over 1 million views because Jimmy Horn Jr.'s 57-yard rushing touchdown was called back over the peace sign. And in that same game, Preston Hodge had an interception, and they said it was pass interference and called it back, and people were still looking for the pass interference. So much so that following those games, the announcers, who sometimes were kind of petty towards Colorado, even said, you know, the refs are inconsistent when it comes to calling pass interference for Colorado. After the Kansas State game, they started calling it out. So, okay, who do we have? Colorado mommy. Okay, hola. Let's see. What else we have? You too pretty to be talking ball. What? No. No. When my family used to get together in New Orleans for the Saints game, I baked a cake every Saints game. And I'm going to tell y'all this. This is hilarious. My mom just confirmed this story to some of my friends. There was a game. We were playing the Falcons. And I think the previous week we had played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the house was full of people. You could hear the music. You could hear people's voices. The food, shrimp crawfish Monica, cooking on the stove, gumbo. And I worked so hard on that cake. It had like a buttercream white icing. And I was using the bag that they use to spell the letters out on top of the cake. And I don't know, I must have got into a zone because I said, let's go, Saints beat Tampa Bay. And everybody saw the cake in the house when it was time to gather around for food. And they said, baby, we playing the Falcons. I was like, oh my God. You know how young I was? Like 7, maybe 6. Yeah. A shorty in 4-H, if you know what 4-H is. So the love affair that I have with sports, that I have with football, basketball sometimes. I love basketball. So much so I go to the G League games. Yes, I go to the G League games in Atlanta. So the love affair I have with sports is just that. The love will never die. All right, y'all. So let me shout some of y'all out. I appreciate y'all for riding out with me at dark 30. Thank you for being up. And let's see. I appreciate the compliments. And all right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead on and sign off. I hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. I want to leave y'all with something that Coach Prime said in his daily motivation. When are you going to prioritize yourself? Make sure you are a priority. Peace. I can't get this out. I'm trying to say bye to y'all, but it won't let me. Bless. Stay blessed.